So in my videos, I always talk about diversifying your income or having multiple streams of income. And I stumbled across something quite interesting, or kind of created something quite interesting, something that I see a lot of people do but don't really explain it in the most proper way. And I hope in this video that I can relate a message well enough for you to get exactly how I came up with a 4-in-1 type of side hustle situation that I think you might find quite useful. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer to not waste anyone's time. If you do not want to create content in any way or any form, this strategy will not be that effective to you. And if you don't like showing your face on the internet, this might not be the best way of you creating side hustles, because it does kind of require you to show your face on the internet. But other than that, for people who's okay with showing their face on the internet, then this strategy will work perfectly for you, or people who like creating content on the internet. So the first side hustle that you want to start in order for this strategy to work is streaming. And the platforms that I would say that you should stream to are Twitch and YouTube. And the reason why I believe you should stream to those platforms is because I believe they have monetization under control better than the other platforms. So in this video, I'm only going to focus on Twitch and YouTube. And I talked about Twitch a few times on my channel. Basically, is a streaming platform where you stream yourself either talking or playing video games. And we're all familiar with YouTube because that's where you're watching me at. But you can live stream yourself on YouTube and monetize that live stream in different ways. In order for this strategy to work, and why I mention both of them, is because I would say you should multi-stream on Twitch and also YouTube. And the reason why I believe you should multi-stream is because as of today, I do believe Twitch is still better at monetization than YouTube is in the live stream space. So there's different ways that you can make money streaming on Twitch. Like, people can subscribe to your channel, you could get affiliate links, you can get ad revenue, you also have things like donations, and you also have bits, which these are things that you can monetize on Twitch, and they all have different values. And of course, there are many ways that you can monetize on Twitch, but I am going to explain it in the most basic way, the most simplest way, and the most common ways. But there are people that can subscribe to your channel, which they do like to call those subs. And Twitch does take a 50-50 split on those subs that you get. So depending on the price of the tier, so say for example, you were to get the most basic tier, tier 1 at $5.99 a month, Twitch will take half of that, which is the most common way to monetize your channel. But then you do have things like donations and bits, which you do get 100% of that, which is pretty cool, but not as common to get as a subscription from my experience. And YouTube Live is very similar to Twitch. The difference is, instead of subscribers, you have members, and they can get memberships. And as the creator, you can make tiers for your memberships. And another really good thing about YouTube, you have the 70-30 split, with you getting 70% and YouTube getting 30%, which is great. But the live streaming space is still very much dominated by Twitch. So a lot of people don't really like to watch live streams on YouTube. Is just kind of a trend, and this is why I say multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, because maybe your audience might go over there, and if they support you on YouTube, obviously you would make more money because it's a 70-30 split. But as far as the donations go on YouTube Live, you still do get 100% of that revenue. So far we only talked about one side hustle, but here is where the second side hustle come into play. So whenever you do multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, so far you got streaming, now you have a YouTube channel. And let me explain. Whenever you stream your live stream on YouTube, you can leave the VOD, what people like to call it, video on demand. And that VOD can be repurposed as a actual YouTube video that you could put in your channel. Not only could it be repurposed as a YouTube video and you just switch up the thumbnail to make it more clickable or more enticing for somebody to want to watch it, but you could also take bits and pieces out of your live stream and make those full length videos on your actual YouTube channel. So now you just did a stream, and all you have to do is go through that stream and pull clips from it. You can pull full videos, or you can pull shorts from that stream to be able to repurpose this content on different platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where you can get money in different places, such as sponsorships and brand deals and stuff of that nature. And that's why streaming is extremely important to this strategy, because with that long form content, you can just break it down into multiple different pieces of content where you could put on different platforms, not just YouTube, but we all know YouTube is one of the best places to monetize your content. So I'm using YouTube for this fact, but you can put it in places like TikTok because they are trying to work on their monetization on that platform. But for the most part, I would say just repurpose your VODs that you already went live on to be full-length videos that where you could then put thumbnails to make it more clickable. So that's the second side hustle within this strategy, and you only had a stream in order to make that happen. So far it's still 1 and 2. Let's move on to the third one. So the next side hustle that I want to talk about in this strategy is writing a ebook. And yes, I'm specifically saying ebook because I would not say put it in the physical form. Although I did do my book in the physical form, which is The Monster Locked Inside, which should be coming out this year, and I'm excited about it, and I will be having it on all platforms, and I will talk about it on this YouTube channel whenever it really is released. I still would not suggest you to release a physical copy book, simply because you do have to have places to keep it, like inventory and stuff like that, and it is a little bit tedious whenever you're dealing with a bunch of inventory. And ebooks are digital, so that means that the profit margins will be a lot higher, but this does still fit the strategy. And how it fits the strategy is whatever you're streaming about, whatever you're posting on YouTube, you probably have a topic, and it's probably a specific topic. Whatever that topic is, you can write your ebook on, and I'm sure somebody will be interested in the topic that you're talking about, because you will probably at this point see people come to your stream or see people that views your YouTube videos, and that will be your audience. And you put it in places like the description in your YouTube videos, or even in your stream. They have places that you could put links, and then your audience can find this ebook once it's done. And the last side hustle for this 4-in-1 strategy is merch. And the way that I would say you have to go about this one to make it work the best is doing print on demand. And for anybody that's not familiar with print on demand, it's basically whenever you get an order, you then fulfill that order whenever you get it. But there are places that can make this process extremely easy. Places like Printful or Printify, which I use both for a company that I used to run. Basically, you upload products to your site with no upfront costs, well, at least until you get sales. And you can choose from tons of items and customize them to your liking or branding. Also, you can integrate these platforms into Shopify or any other platform, so when you get a sale, they fulfill and ship your product to your customers. And that's the 4-in-1 side hustle strategy. For anybody that made it this far in the video, please comment below and let me know what you think of that strategy. Is it full of or does it sound somewhat legit? Does it sound like it makes sense? Because I've tried this strategy at a very low scale and wasn't very consistent, but for someone who's very consistent and very adamant on what they're doing and have a very specific niche and stay very focused on what they're trying to do, I think they could see real results with this strategy. But I would really like to know your opinion on that. But with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.